Welcome back to the next circuit protection video. In this video we're going to cover three-phase miniature circuit breakers. So three-phase miniature circuit breaker construction. This is obviously a single-phase circuit breaker. A three-phase miniature circuit breaker has three sets of what you see here, side by side, connected together. As a result, it has a base with six external connections and a reset lever that's joined across all three. There's obviously three sets of contacts, three arc chambers, three thermal bimetal strips, three magnetic trip coils, and last but not least, three latch tripping mechanisms. So three-phase circuit breakers are basically the same as single-phase circuit breakers. They have the same protection for each phase, but there's three of them. Each phase is protected with a thermal protection circuit which has a bimetal strip, and it also has a magnetic overload with a solenoid. They're joined together as a single unit, and if you have a look here in this photo, there's a tripping mechanism which is common to all three. So how does a three-phase circuit breaker operate? The first thing is, if there's a fault in any one of the phases, all three are tripped together. And as you saw in an earlier slide, there's that bar that goes through the middle of the circuit breaker that connects all three trips together. So if you have an overload current in one or more bimetal strip, the bimetal heats and starts to bend, and eventually, if it's maintained, the overload is maintained, the mechanism will be tripped and the circuit breaker will stop the current flow. At this point, there's not enough magnetism in the electromagnetic trip mechanism, or the solenoid in this picture, to cause the trip to happen. But if the fault is more severe and short circuit current flows, then definitely you're getting enough magnetism for the solenoid to pull the mechanism open, and the circuit breaker will trip very quickly. If there's a lot of current in the fault, there'll be a lot of arcing, and the arc chamber jaws out and quenches any arcing to deal with that. Once it's been tripped, the latch stays open, and you will need to find the fault and fix it, and then reset the circuit breaker manually to reliven the circuit. And that brings us to the end of this video on circuit protection.